The night was dark, the moon hidden behind a shroud of thick, foreboding clouds. The small, forgotten village of Willowbrook sat nestled in the valley, surrounded by dense, ancient woods that whispered secrets of the past. It was a place untouched by modernity, where superstitions thrived and fear was as much a part of life as the air they breathed. A chill ran through the bones of the villagers as the clock struck midnight, and the distant tolling of the church bell sent shivers down their spines. It was on this night, once a generation, that the malevolent spirit known as the Wraith of Willowbrook was said to awaken. An entity born from the depths of human cruelty. It had been condemned to haunt the village since time immemorial. In the dimly lit cottage at the village's edge, Emma, a young and curious woman, had always been captivated by the tales of the Wraith. The elders had warned her to heed their words, but her inquisitive spirit led her to seek answers where others feared to tread. One fateful evening, she found herself standing at the edge of the woods, clutching a dusty tome in her hands. It was a diary, written by a long-deceased villager who had dared to commune with the spirit. The pages were filled with desperate, jagged scrawls. They spoke of the dark ritual required to summon the Wraith, a ritual that could only be performed on the eve of the spirit's awakening. Emma's heart raced as she read about the chilling incantations and the offering required to call forth the entity. Without further thought, she decided to embark on this forbidden journey, hoping to uncover the truth behind the Wraith. In the depths of the woods, Emma set up the ritual, her trembling hands lighting candles that flickered like the lost souls of the condemned. The air grew colder and the dark woods seemed to close in on her. She recited the incantations with a shaky voice, her breath visible in the frigid night. The offering, a lock of her hair, swirled in the air and disappeared into the shadows. With a deafening crack, the ground beneath her opened up, and Emma found herself falling into an abyss. Her screams were lost in the inky blackness, and she tumbled through a void of endless darkness. When she landed, it was with a sickening thud on cold, damp earth. She stood in a surreal landscape, a village shrouded in an eerie, perpetual twilight. Willowbrook had been transformed, its buildings twisted and decayed, as if they had suffered centuries of torment. The air was thick with dread, and she knew that she was in the presence of the Wraith. A chilling whisper filled her ears, the voice of the spirit. "You have called me forth, mortal. What is it that you seek?" Emma's voice trembled as she replied, "I seek to know the truth about your existence, the curse that plagues this village." The Wraith swirled around her, its form shifting and shapeless. "The truth is a heavy burden to bear, and the cost of knowledge is steep. Are you willing to pay the price?" Without hesitation, Emma nodded, though she couldn't see the entity's expression. The Wraith then began to recount the tale of its creation. It spoke of a dark period in Willowbrook's history when greed and cruelty ran rampant. The villagers, driven by avarice, had committed unspeakable acts, sacrificing their humanity for wealth and power. As a consequence of their wicked deeds, the spirit was born, a manifestation of their collective malevolence. The village was cursed, and the Wraith would torment them for eternity. It revealed that the only way to break the curse was to find the remnants of humanity within the villagers to undo the wickedness that had spawned the entity. Emma was horrified by the revelation, realizing that the village's fate rested in her hands. She asked, "How can I save them?" The Wraith's voice grew colder, and it issued a chilling warning. "To save the village, you must confront the darkness that resides within yourself, as well as within the hearts of the villagers. Only when true remorse is felt and actions are taken to rectify the past can the curse be broken." The entity's form began to dissolve, and Emma was once again plunged into darkness. When she awoke, she found herself back in her own world, surrounded by the ancient woods. Determined to break the curse, she set out to uncover the truth about Willowbrook's dark past. With each revelation, Emma discovered the horrors that had unfolded within the village. She found forgotten graves of those who had been wronged, and she pieced together the tragic tales of the past. As she uncovered the truth, the villagers were forced to confront their own darkness and the malevolence that had festered for generations. Slowly but surely, the curse began to lift. The wraith's presence diminished, and the village was finally freed from its nightmarish grip. The once twisted building straightened, and the twilight that had shrouded the village gave way to the warmth of dawn. Emma's sacrifice and determination had broken the curse, but the memory of that night would haunt her for the rest of her days. The village of Willowbrook would forever bear the scars of its past, a reminder of the darkness that could lurk within the hearts of even the most unsuspecting souls.